Hi guys, so it's the vegan grandma. Welcome back to my home. This is the first response video that I've ever done, so bear with me. But I'm responding to Vegan Cheetah, or Charles's video about the angular colitis, or really what I'm responding to in the comments from the previous video and then the one about bite-sized vegan. There's a lot of confusion here, and I have only been a vegan since May of 2016, a vegetarian since February. And I'm going to tell you the story and hit on just a few things because, like I said, there seems to be a lot of confusion. I became a vegan for health reasons. I had a stent placed in my iliac artery because of cholesterol. I was very young when this happened. I was probably around 50, had the stent placed at 52. I'm 53 years old now. So I am a late in life vegan. No, I did not do it for the animals. I did it strictly for health reasons. So to separate veganism from health, to me, really doesn't make any sense. I would look more at separating veganism from animal rights, because many animal rights activists still eat meat. But I know that's a sticky subject. I know I'll get lots of ugly comments. But the deal is this. Okay, I was full of cholesterol, high blood pressure, just really going downhill. I took my grandkids to the Super Bowl in February of 2016, this past year. My team lost, boo. Anyway, so they were at that time 17 and 14. Yeah. So I had a terrible time keeping up with them. We walked all over San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge, just being at the Super Bowl itself. And I decided at that time that my health is too important. So I came home, made some decisions. At first, I went on a very, very restrictive diet, like 800 calories a day, which is not healthy for anyone. But I was desperate, and I thought, well, I'm going to go this route. So it was one of these no carb, which is absolute failure, no carbs at all, lots of protein, a BS diet that I was getting B12 injections with that, taking vitamin supplements, which is cool if you want to take vitamin supplements, but I was not feeling any better. As a matter of fact, I was tired, I was run down, it was terrible. And then I began to do some research. Then I watched Forks Over Knives. Then I, just became turned on by this whole vegan diet or plant-based diet. At first I thought, well, I'll just stay vegetarian, but then I'm an all or nothing kind of person. So I thought, why would I want to add to the cholesterol that my body is already producing, which it's producing too much of, by any kind of animal products at all? So yeah, I went vegan. And it was like almost a kind of overnight thing for me. And I felt so much better probably within a week or two. I know that this does not happen for everyone. I understand that. But again, to separate veganism from health doesn't make any sense to me personally. The only supplement that I take now is B12, and even people that consume meat should take B12. Everyone should. The last physical that I had my iron checked, protein, all of my hormones, all of my vitamins, minerals, everything. My doctor is very supportive of my plant-based diet or my veganism. And then I've also spent a week going to a nutritionist to learn how to create balanced diets. You can have balanced diets on a vegan lifestyle. It's not impossible, which brings me to this pseudo-spiritual raw veganism bullshit. There is no way that we were intended. Our bodies need too many things, too many vitamins, minerals, enzymes. We need too many of these great things to just eat one thing or just eat fruits. That is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry for you raw-to-4 or raw diet people. It's crazy, which probably leads you into this pseudo-spiritual crap, which, by the way, I have to touch on this. I don't believe that we just go in the grave and worms eat our brains. I'm sure that's what happens to our physical bodies, but we are spiritual, or my thoughts are, we are spiritual beings that reside in a physical body. And I'm a Christian, so I don't believe that this is the end of it for me. Nor have I ever heard an intelligent person say that vegans were going to live forever. I've never heard this. So, oh, and this is not a bash Charles. I love Charles. I love the Vegan Cheetah. I appreciate that you've started this conversation. I think it's healthy. I think it's good. So thank you, Charlie, for doing this. So this is not bashing, but I just don't agree with some of the points that are made in this video or some of the statements that are said. Don't believe that it's the end when I go in the grave. Can't. Just, it's not in me to. Like I said, I am a Christian, and no matter what you say or comment will change my mind about that. You may think I'm a freak, you may think I'm crazy, but I do love Jesus, so that's that. Again, I haven't heard of anyone saying that vegans will live forever. I haven't even heard anyone say that you would be in or what was it, that the phrase that was used, optimal health? Maybe not. But all I can speak for is my experience. And for me, the plant-based diet or veganism is definitely the way to go. I'm 53 years old. I am healthier than I've ever been in my life. I have more energy. I walk, I run, I jog. I can clean the house, mow the yard, clean the car. It doesn't matter. And the difference is it's not mindset. It is physical. It is what I put into my body, which only makes sense. So the vegan mouth sores, it was stated that it's an epidemic. I hardly think that Freely, Durian Rider, and Bite Size Vegan, and what was Raw Alignment, Elise, I hardly think that those 4 people indicate that there is an epidemic of mouth sores in vegans. So that just doesn't make sense to me at all. It's not even a valid argument. I mean, meat eaters get mouth sores. Everyone gets mouth sores. And I looked this mess up on WebMD and whatever it's called, Angular Colitis website, and sometimes they don't even know what causes it. Yeah, it's a bacterial or a fungus, but anybody can get it. I mean, I ran to the bathroom looking to see if I had bumps or something on my lips. But again, I don't eat a funky vegan diet. I eat balanced meals, balanced food. I have enough protein, enough carbs, enough vitamins, minerals, enzymes in my diet that I know I'm cool. As a matter of fact, the doctor even said the amount of iron was shocking that I had in my body for a menopausal woman. And for those of you cuties out there, who I love very much, we're all going to get old. We're all going to age. We're all going to go through menopause, ladies. So be aware of this, that, ooh, I'm getting messages. So just use common sense. I mean, yes, this is a great conversation starter. The pseudo-spiritual stuff, let me tell you, most of us are on some kind of spiritual path. Most of us are looking for answers. But taking cold showers, getting in a cold ocean, this craziness that goes, not washing your hair, none of this makes you spiritual. None of it. Spirituality comes from inside. It comes from within. It's a path that we all take and we all walk on. Veganism has absolutely nothing to do with spirituality. Now, there are religions that are vegetarians. There are religions that, do not eat meat or, well, I don't know that there's any vegan religions, but I do know that there is vegetarian or religions that promote vegetarianism. So that's great if that's part of your spiritual walk. But just to be vegan will not make you spiritual. No, we're not going to live forever. But let me tell you something. The life that you do have, the life that you are living, do you not want to be the healthiest that you can be? So I would venture to say that veganism is the answer for me. Well, I wouldn't venture to say it, I'm saying it. I would venture to say that it is the answer for lots of people that have issues with cholesterol, issues with high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes. I mean, read, educate yourself. Don't depend on YouTube gurus to tell you how to live. If that's the case, if that's what you're doing, maybe you should go on a spiritual adventure to find out where you want to be, what are your goals in life, how you want to feel, and what's the best avenue for you to take to get there. So that's Grandma's advice on that. Let's see, I have notes, and I don't really want to edit this because I want to get it up. So balanced meals, not an epidemic. We're all going to die. Who's looking to veganism for salvation? I don't know. Bite-sized vegan. Okay, just to address this. She's an amazing woman. You know, the comments that I saw on Charlie's YouTube video were really disgusting. I mean, disgusting. Some of the people that comment on these videos should not even be allowed to breathe oxygen. I mean, the woman is an activist. She truly is. So to knock her in any way is disgusting. I mean, come on. Even Freely and Durian Ryder, Raw Christina, Raw Lima, they have all in some way contributed to the movement of veganism, which I wouldn't even call it a movement. If you're a healthy human being, you're looking at it from a point of view of how can I make my body better? How can I be better to myself? How can I treat my body better? How can I, you know, like I said, my goal was not even for myself. It was, well, it is. I'm selfish. I love my grandchildren. I want to see my great-grandchildren, even my great-great-grandchildren. So my prayer and my intent is to take care of my body and to do everything that I can so that I can enjoy my family. And I want to be around as long for them as long as I possibly can because I love them very much. So what's your motivation? You know, where do you want to be? How do you want to see, or how do you see yourself? So, and this isn't pseudo-spiritual. These are questions that anybody, I would think, would ask themselves when making a decision about what they want to put into their body, whether it's food, drugs, alcohol, you know, whatever you're doing to your body, there are consequences. So the way that I see it is there is no separation from health and veganism. I would say there is separation from veganism and animal rights, although I love animals. And once exposed to the health benefits, of course, you know, I won't watch those slaughterhouse videos. I don't need to. I don't need animals, you know, and I do live with non-vegans. My family, my extended family, my mother is pretty much vegan, pretty much plant-based, every now and then vegetarian, but no more meat. So, and she's 70-some years old. So, you know, even she sees the benefit and feels better. And she has congestive heart failure, which the name is kind of deceptive. But, you know, the woman is thriving and she has energy and she rock and rolls. I mean, I'm very proud of her. So, but I still live in the home. My husband eats meat. My stepson who lives with us eats meat, and my children and grandchildren eat meat. I love them very much. I am not going to be judgmental. I ate meat for almost 53 years. So, but for me personally, it is about health. I am aware of what the animals go through now, so there's no more leather. There's no more animal products or cleaning solutions with animal products, shampoos, cosmetics. I still have some in the house. They will not be replaced with anything that is cruel to animals, although it will never be a vegan world. Just today I read an article that the British 5-pound note has animal fat in it. It was made with animal fat in it. I didn't read the whole article. I was just glancing through my Facebook feed. But so, and you know, asphalt, they're repaving our road, has animal products in it. So come on, we are never going to live in a completely vegan society. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. But okay, I think I've said my piece. This is not an epidemic. I don't believe that veganism should be separated from health in any way. I mean, that's just ludicrous to me. Animal rights should be separated from veganism, probably. I don't believe that we're just going to die and lay in the ground and our brains are going to be eaten by worms. I think that would be, to believe that to me is very sad. Very, very sad. Anyway, what else? I'll check my notes again. And again, I don't know how much I'm going to, I think I've hit it all. So Charlie, thank you very much for the opportunity to do this. Thank you for inviting people to respond to your video. You know, it is kind of a controversial subject, but it is what it is, and it will always be an argument. But, you know, I personally appreciate YouTube and the contributions that have been made by different vegans, even you, Charles, because it has been enlightening for me. You know, there are some, it's just like anything else. You know, you have a watermelon, you're eating the watermelon. If it's not seedless, you're going to spit out the seeds. Keep those things that are valuable to you and blow off the rest of the bullshit. Because there's always going to be BS in life. Always. No matter what you're talking about, no matter what subject. But this is the deal. Keep what's valuable to you. Keep what speaks to you. And the rest of it, let it go. You can still receive some type of value from these pseudo-spiritual vegans. I mean, one of them, be your best vibration or yourself. What the hell is that? I mean, it is crazy. It is crazy, but it is what it is. You know, there are also great things that these people do offer. So again, keep the meat of the conversation that means something to you and that speaks to you and that is valuable. Do your own research. It is not that hard to do. Find out what you need to put in your body, what you don't need to put in your body. I can tell you this, though, eating fruit all the time is just dumb as hell. But that, you know, that's the truth. Just like if you ate, I don't know, peanuts all the time, that would be dumb as hell. I mean, use your common sense. It's not that hard. And there are some intelligent people out here, along with the dummy trolls. But there are some intelligent people out there, and you know what to listen to and what not to listen to. Do yourself a favor and do your own research. Don't take anybody's word for it. Do your own research. Find out what is right for you and do that. So that's it. Again, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for coming with me on my first response video, which editing this will probably be hilarious because I really don't like being on camera. But I do feel like I have opinions that are valuable, and that's what YouTube is for. So I've chosen to start a YouTube channel. Well, that, and I love to cook. And I want to share this because I am so excited that it has been wonderful for me. And I plan to live this way for the rest of my life. I don't know how you can be exposed to veganism and ever go back to anything else because it's all less. So again, thank you for visiting with me. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thanks again, Charlie, for starting this conversation and for inviting the response. I'm repeating myself now. Oh my God. Anyway, thank you, and I will see you again soon. If you enjoyed this commentary, response video, these opinions, subscribe, like, dislike, whatever you want to do. Comment below. Talk to me about it. Let's keep this conversation going because it's very healthy to have these conversations. And it's healthy for vegans and non-vegans alike. And that's it. I love you guys for spending this time with me. Again, subscribe, like, comment, talk to me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.